Hello friends, welcome to my channel. If you're new, you're very welcome. My name is Anita, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell so you always get notified each and every week I upload new tutorials to my channel. If you're a member, you guys are welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for coming back to my channel. And today I'm going to show you guys on how to make a one soldier dress. And we're going to start by making the pattern and we're going to cut it. So if you want to know how I do this, keep on watching. You can see I really went ahead and folded my dressing paper into two. We need measuring tape, ball marker, paper cutting scissors, and a ruler. And of course, you'll be needing your bust measurement, your waist measurement, your hip measurement, and the length of your measurement. And that's what you'll be needing. That's your under bust measurement. Okay, let's start by drawing a straight line here. I always like to do that. Drawing a straight line here is going to serve as our guideline right here, like this. Okay, after which we've drawn the straight line, the next thing we're going to put on right now is our soldier measurement. My soldier measurement is 15. 15 divided by 2 will give me 7.5. I'm just going to come here and mark my 7.5 here. And I'm going to come here and measure from my soldier to my nipple point measurement. Nipple point measurement, which is 10 inch. From my nipple point to my underbust, which is 13 inch. That's for my soldier to my underbust is 13 inch. And my half length is 16 inch here. And from there, I need to put in, that's from my waist to my hip length. Okay, mine is 8 inch. 8 inch right here. Okay, so we'll be needing to put in now our, that's the dress length. This actually depends on you if you want it to be longer, if you want it to be shorter. Okay, so I'll go in with 36 inch, including the folding allowance. After which we've just done doing this, we're going to connect all these marks with a straight line. Come here and do the same thing. Straight line. I'm going to connect it as well with a straight line. Straight line. This is the nipple point. Like this with a straight line. And now the next thing we need to do here is we need to slant our soldier by 1 inch. You guys know that our soldier is not straight, so we're going to slant it down by 1 inch here. 1 inch here. 1 inch here, and we're going to connect it here. All right, connect it right here, like so. Okay, so you can see we've done connecting it. The next measurement we're going to put is our arm. That's our armhole measurement. So I'm just using the same measurement. That's my soldier measurement. I will use the same because mine is as well 15. So it worked for me perfectly, and I hope it's going to work for you as well. So mine is 7.5. And I'm going to connect this point here with a straight line, like this. Connect it like this. Alright, now that we're done doing that, the next thing we need to do right now is we need to just extend a little bit here, extend it here. Extend this, so that's the armhole right here, and we need to measure from here to here. Whatever we have, we're going to divide it by 2. Mine is 7.5, so if I divide it by 2, I will have 3.75 here, which is here. Because this is one soldier top, you don't need to make it to be too deep inside. But if you want yours to be too deep, you're just going to mark 1 inch. But I'll just go in by ½ inch here. Alright, from here, I'm connecting this point with a straight line. And later on, I'm going to use my pan curve. That's my armhole ruler. To just connect it, but I need to put in my bust measurement. So around my bust measurement is 34 divided by 4 is 8.5. Mark it here, and I will take my armhole ruler right now. I'm gonna place it like this, like so, and I'm going to bring it right here. Okay, once we're done doing that, the next thing we need to do is we need to come here. That's the underbust measure. That's the underbust. Around my underbust is 30 divided by 4 will give me 7.5. So I'm going to come here and put my 7.5. Remember, we are not, I'll do the same thing as my waist as well, 7.5. And remember one thing, because we are working on a very stretchy fabric, we don't need to add any allowance on this piece, because by the time you add allowance and when you sew it, you realize that it's going to be bigger on you. So please don't add any sewing allowance. So here is that's my hip line. Let me pull it off so you guys can actually see. Like so, this is my hip line. Now, around my hip is 36. 36 divided by 4 will give me 9 inch. 9 inch here. Remember I said don't add any allowance, all right? Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we're going to connect this like so, from here to here like this with a straight line. And when it's time for me to connect my, from my waist to my, I'm going to use my pan curve ruler, right? Place it like this. Oh, like so. Okay, the next thing we need to do is here, that's the length of our dress, which is right here, because I always like mine to be a little bit longer, right? So I'm going to connect it here. So normally what we do on this is you're going to take the measurement of your hip, you're going to minus 2 inch on it, because you want it to be a little bit fitting. So I'm going, for me, I'll be minus 1.5 inch, all right? 9 inch minus 1.5 inch, I'll be left with 7.5 here. We're going to connect that with a straight line from here to here like so, like this, with a straight line. Okay, once we're done doing that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the piece, the pattern. You're going to cut from here to here like this, here and here. Oh, before I forget, here we'll be needing 1 inch for the, that's the joining allowance on the soldier. So one thing we're going to do is, since here we minus 1 inch, we're going to leave it like this, and here we're going to increase 1 inch at the top part. Here. I need to connect this from here to here. Like so, like so, like so. I'm going to just connect it like so. I'm going to bring this like this with the straight line. Alright, so we can go ahead and just cut the pattern. When I'm done cutting, I'll show you guys the next step. Okay, this is the fabric I'm going to be using. As you can see, since I said we do not add any sewing allowance because our fabric is quite really stretchy. So you can see if you pull it like this, you see that it's stretchy as well. But if you pull it like this, you see that the stretchiness come right here. So what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to fold our fabric through where it's more stretchy, okay? You can see like this. So we need to fold our fabric like this, right? Like so. Have you seen? Like this, okay? I'm going to fold in my fabric. See, I bought this fabric on this Express. That was some few years ago, 1 year ago. So if you're interested in getting the fabric, just check it on this Express. So go ahead and cut. So now what we're going to do right now is we're going to cut like this, like this, like this, like this, while following the pattern shape like this, and like this, and like this, and we're done. I will simply just go ahead and cut this, and we'll start stitching everything up together. So as you can see, I went ahead and cut the fabric. Move the pins. Okay, so next thing we are going to do, this is the piece that we have. We're going to move that aside. We need to cut the lining for the top part. So what I'm going to do is simply I'm going to cut my lining from here to here. That's the waistline. This waistline. My lining is going to end on the waistline. Well, so where you could just go ahead and reduce it, let it end at the under bust line. Here, this bit. Here. So this from here, like this, is going to be our lining. So we need to cut that as well. So here is the lining for the top part, you can see. And now we're just going to take one piece of this. I'm going to pin with the lining, okay? The one piece of the lining, put the right side facing each other. We're going to pin it from here. Pin it like this. so. Like this. Make sure everything is straight, alright? And pin it here. We are going to take it to the machine. Take note, you're going to stitch from here, like this, to here. You're not going to stitch here. Stitch from here to here. You're not going to stitch here, you're not going to stitch here, right? Like this. I'm going to start here like this. From here. Move my pin. I'm gonna increase my, that's the thread length. Oh, like this, because I see that it's too small. Oh my god. Move your pins when you're getting closer because it could break your needle. So we're doing the same thing with the other side. So we should be done stitching, as you can see. One thing you're going to do is we're going to trim just a bit, and you're going to top stitch right here. When you're topping stitch, you make sure you top stitch together. This part, sorry, this seams here with the lining piece. Okay, I will do that, then we'll come back and join the piece together. So we are done. As you can see, I just top stitch right here, and I did the same thing here as well. So now the next thing we're going to do right now is going to place this like this, putting the right side of the two pieces facing each other, like so. Now we're going to just, from here, we're going to pin it here, like this together. So you can see, like this, I'm going to pin it together, like so, like this. And here, come here like this. Got my thread if I'm seeing any angle like this. I'm gonna put my pins, continue pinning it till I get to this other end, to the downer piece, the downer side of the piece, like so, like this. Come here, I'm gonna grab these two together, pin them up, like so. And that's what we're going to do the same thing with the other side of the dress. After pinning it, we're going to stitch straight downwards. Move my pin when I get close. We'll do the same thing with the other side. So you can see we'll do the same thing with this other side. So I'm done stitching from the top to the downer part, so you can see. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to trim this a little bit. Trim this. I would, if you don't have an overlock machine, I'll actually overlock mine. But if you don't have an overlock machine, what you're going to do, you're going to do it with a zigzag stitch. So when I'll be done doing this, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fold ½ inch and ½ inch and hem it, and we are done with the dress. So here is the finished look of the dress. I'm going to put it on and show you guys what it looks like on me. So I hope you guys love this tutorial. Do not forget to give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. Most of all, subscribe. Subscribe if you're a new member. Subscribe, okay? So friends, here is the finished look of the dress. I'm done freaking in love with the dress. I hope that you guys do. Do not forget to like, comment, and share. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and see you on my next project. This is a super summer